So then, guys, this will be my match preview for the game against Accrington Stanley at the weekend. And I think I've spoke about this in some previews and reactions earlier in the week, maybe that I feel like there's going to be some big change in the starting 11 this week. I don't want anybody to be playing that's been playing most of the season this weekend. There's literally no need for that to happen. So we're going to go through Arne Slot's press conference, little snippets here and there, and then I'll do my predicted 11 for the game. But before we go any further, guys, obviously hit that like button if you do enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already to keep up to date with all the latest Liverpool news. And also, guys, I guess we'll do some score predictions for the question of this video. What do you reckon the score will be at the weekend? Let me know down below. So then, first and foremost, let's get started with... Let's do Slot's press conference, shall we? So, he basically mentioned a few things regarding how, you know, Szoboszlai was training with the under-21s and that Kwanzaa's been ill, so he may not make it to the game, yada, yada, yada. But he also touched on, like, the Harvey Elliott situation, and he said that he does agree that Elliott's a talented football player, and he has been this for us for so long. In recent weeks, he comes in quite a lot and gets his minutes over there. But like it is for him, it is for all the others. They are in competition with many other good players as well. He was very unlucky that I think it was after 2 games he got injured and was out for a long time. What I have seen until now with almost all of our players that have been out quite a while is that bloody hell. Being out quite a while is that in this league, in this tempo, in this intensity, and the quality that we have, but other team has as well, it is not so easy to come back and be at your best immediately. Bloody hell, I don't know why I struggled with that. I see this not only with Harvey, I see this with, like I said, almost all the other players that have been out for 5, 6, 7 or 8 weeks. That is the balance that we have to find by giving them playing time to get back to their best level, but still be able to win every game. Because like I just said, our margins are constantly small, and if you're up 5-0, you can give players that have been out quite a while, you know, time like an out, which makes sense. That does make sense. I guess if you're winning a game, you can give people minutes to get back fitness, but if you're struggling, do you really want to bring them on? Which that ties back into the thing that I always say, guys. If you are on the bench, you should be fit to be able to play the full 90 minutes. Because let's just say, for instance, we have... Let's say we use Diaz and Gakpo, yeah? We know that they interchange on that left wing, right? So let's say that Diaz is playing, Gakpo's come back from injury, and he's on the bench. Diaz gets injured in the first 30 seconds of the game and has to come off. But you were only planning on playing Gakpo for 60 minutes. So Gakpo should only be on the bench if he's fit enough to play the full 90 minutes. That's my opinion, and that's how I've always thought. You may not agree with me, but that's how I always think about this type of thing. Is there another bit we've got to cover off on here? Yes, there is, about Chiesa. Basically said that, like I said, every game is a chance for every player to get some minutes. It's not only for him being difficult because of all the things you've just said. I'm not going to say all these things again. In terms of match fitness, it also that he has to compete with the likes of Gakpo, Diaz, Jota, Nunes, Salah. Everybody here knows the numbers that Salah brings in. There's not many times a reason to take him out of a game or before a game. Also, because he's so fit. I said many times before, he was the fittest player that came in pre-season, and he does everything every single day to keep his match fitness. He wants to play every game, and he shows up every single game. So it's not about Federico when we talk about him being limited in his playing time. It's also about the others. But in terms of Federico, it definitely has to do with the way he came in. I don't know the English words. The rest were already training a lot, and we had to bring him up in terms of match fitness, which is something we've heard, you know, with the whole Chiesa thing, you know, the stuff that's going on with him and that may or may not be not football related. So we'll have to just wait and see with that one for Chiesa. I expect he plays this game. I expect he gets minutes this game. If he doesn't, then when is he actually going to get some game time? But I do expect him to play this game at some point, if not even start, to be fair. And then, obviously, as well, Slot was asked about the young lads. I can't pronounce that young lad's last name, but Rio, who we signed this year, and Trainione, basically said that they've still got to train. They couldn't train yesterday because of the flight coming back from London, which would delayed them. Trey's been in the squad many times, and Rio's only been in the squad once, but these players are doing really well when they train with us and when they play with the under 21s. So as long as they keep doing that, their chances of getting their moment in the first team will increase, of course. I expect both of these lads to be on the bench, if not in the starting 11. So yeah, I'll quickly just show you my starting 11 now then, guys. So this is my predicted 11. I've gone with Kelleher in net. I think Alisson needs to be taken out. Bradley needs to get a bit more game time, because I expect him to probably come in a fair bit now towards the end of this month. Kwanzaa and Endo. Now, I feel like Endo has basically made himself like a decent centre-back for Liverpool, and Kwanzaa, that basically depends on whether he's fit enough or not. I have seen James Pearce talking about a young lad who's 18 called, is it Nalo or something like that? He may play if Kwanzaa is not fit due to his illness, but I'll have to wait and see. Simicast at left back. I've gone for the double pivot of Nione and Morton, and then with Elliot, Szoboszlai, and Chiesa behind Nunes. That is my starting 11, guys. Anything you would change in that, let me know in the comments down below. I do think that we should take this game as a point as well to rest a few players that have basically needed it, like, your Mo Salahs, your Gravenberch, McAllisters. They need a rest. They've been playing constantly all season. And we've got Nottingham Forest coming up next week, which is a big, big game. Big game in terms of the Premier League and where that could end up going this season. So, yeah, rest some of the star players this weekend. Give some youngsters and some players that have been lacking minutes in recent weeks some game time to get them back up. So then if you do need to rely on them later on in the season, they've got something there. I honestly think that this could be quite a big scoreline. Obviously, Accrington Stanley being quite low down in the leagues. I won't be surprised if it's anything above 5 that Liverpool end up scoring, but we'll have to obviously wait and see. Let me know down below what you think about all this, guys, regarding the starting 11 and your score predictions as well. I don't know why I had a brain fart then, guys. Anyway, let me know down below what you think on all this, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.